Hey, what up everybody? Low here with Charge Shot, and I'm bringing you some more Fortnite content. I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of how the building works because it's pretty easy to get into, but then once you kind of get your head wrapped around it, you can do some pretty cool stuff. So I also needed to add on to my base anyways, so let's go right over here. So all I have to do is I hit Q and that'll put me into my building mode. So then what I can do, as you can see down at the bottom right, you have different pieces you can set down. So I have wall pieces, floor pieces, stair pieces, and these are roof pieces. Now one cool thing about this game is what I can do is I can either have just like a regular wall just like this, or if I hit G, I can actually, this little 3x3 grid thing pops up. So if I say something like, if I'm like, oh, I want to make a door, so I just hit, I left click those two spaces, hit G again, and then I can place it by left clicking again, and then it is placing a door. Another cool thing about building is you can walk through doors and stuff while it's still building, so that's pretty neat. So so then if I wanted to reset, I just right click, boom, back to normal. Then I can just add another wall here, another wall here. I'm just kind of adding walls and stuff. So what I can also do with these walls, I can remove this section, the top row, and that's kind of like almost like a half wall or like 2/3 wall, and then I can remove another section and just have it kind of be like a lower standing one. I can also remove this bit and just have that connect on like that. So as you can see, you can do some pretty cool stuff with the building and editing tools in here. So I'm gonna lay down some floor segments up here. I'm using metal, but I should probably be using something else. So if you are, while you're building, if you hit the right click, you can change the material that you're using. So I have more brick, so I'm gonna use brick instead now because I'm actually running out of metal. Metal can be obtained from stuff like cars or things that look like they're made of metal. If you hit them with your harvesting tool, which is this thingy, you're likely to yield metal from it. So here we go. Let's just add some more up here. I'm just kind of aimlessly building. I don't really have much of a... Oh, and then the day change. There's a day and night cycle in this game as well. So I think I'll do some short walls like so. This can be kind of like a little lookout point. Maybe I can place a sniper up here or something like that at some point. That's another thing. One of your traps that you have is kind of like a little panel that lets you set down a defender. And do I have one of those? No, I do not. Can I craft one? Let me see. These are all my schematics that I have available right now. So these are all the things I can craft. So this is the thing I'm talking about, the defender post. So depending on the defenders that I have selected, which is a whole nother deal, I'll get into that at some other point. But yeah, so then what I'm able to do is set down a defender, and it's kind of like a little NPC AI kind of guardian. So I could put a sniper up here or something like that. That could be pretty neat. Let's see, go back down this way. Let's make like a little tiny wall segment. Oh, there we go. Restart that. So as you can see, once you get the hang of this, you can get pretty quick with like editing and stuff like that, just editing your tiles and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Very cool. That's one of my favorite things about this game is just the building systems. You can just build all kinds of different things and stuff like that. I've seen some crazy stuff. And my little hideout, or my little fort, looks actually pretty cool from up here. Check it out. So at first the husks, so there's different like little missions based on your storm shield, which is this thing over here. Let me actually run over here and show you guys what I'm actually talking about. My freestanding door in the middle of nowhere. Does this need to be repaired? Oh, yep. You hit F to repair segments, and then of course that uses some of your materials. I am now out of bricks, so I need to get into a mission and start crafting some more bricks. So I got my stairs going down here. Got some traps, and this is my defender post. I can actually have one of those. I have one down here because I was being attacked from this direction before, so I needed somebody here. So if I hit E, I either have a rifleman, a gunslinger, a sniper, or a bruiser. So I have one of pretty much each of the major defenders. The only thing with defenders is when you place them down, you have to give them both a weapon and ammunition. And those are two things that you have to craft. So that's kind of something that I'll use when I'm kind of like balling and have like loot to spare, or if I have like spare weapons or something like that. I usually give them kind of like a lower tier weapon anyway, since they're just AI. I haven't really actually seen them in action. The only one I've actually ever used thus far has been the Bruiser, which is a melee, because I don't use any of my melee stuff. These are my melee weapons and my melee schematics. Since I bought the Founders Pack, I had the chance to earn some Founders weapons, so that's what that is, a Founders Greatsword. I think I have, here's another one, Founders Raptor. That's actually currently my favorite weapon right now. It's this one that I'm using. It's kind of like a semi-automatic, so it fires pretty much as fast as you can click. I'm getting sidetracked. I was showing you guys the Storm Shield. Anyways, let's go back in here, and this is pretty much the Storm Shield. So what it is it creates this big blue force field thingy that essentially pushes back the storm, so there's no like enemies that can spawn in this area. But as you can see out there, it doesn't extend super far, so the farther I progress into this game, the more I can add to the power of this storm shield. I think you get a different storm shield for each area you're in. Right now I'm in Stonewood, which is the kind of like starting off area. A lot of people say it's the tutorial kind of area, so I don't really know, but anyways, that's the storm shield thing. So generally whenever enemies start to spawn, they're kind of like at the outskirts over there. So there are different missions called Storm Shield Defense, in which you have to defend this kind of base against spawning enemies, which end up out here. I'm not ready to do the next one yet. I just kind of wanted to show you guys my kind of base of operations. So this is the storm shield thing. I kind of built defenses around it, as you can see with the editing and whatnot. Let me see if I have any traps I can lay down. I'm gonna do a healing pad. Those are useful. So I can just set one down just like so. And so what happens is that has 5 uses, so that's just like a little healing thing. So if I'm like messed up or something, I could limp over here and just grab a healing thingy just like that. So I shouldn't waste it though. But just wanted to show you guys how it works. Then I also have these little jump pad things so I can get places. I'm still trying to figure out how these work. I kind of like placed one here, but like I don't think this is like an optimal like position for it, because it can't really get anywhere useful using it. So if it depends on what direction you approach it from. So if I just jump like that, like I can get over here, like if there's like enemies spawning over here, I can just get out here real quick. So that's good in that regard. So anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the building a little bit. And then there's also, let me show you how to make stairs. I'm probably going to end up just getting rid of this stuff eventually, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys an example. So you got stair units, you can place those here, and then yeah, I'll just put I'll put stairs right there, no, here. And so with the stair units, you can actually edit these as well. So I can either have a full staircase like this, I can click and drag in that direction like that, have a single staircase, I can go like this, have the stairs going that way. I can also have a kind of double staircase like this, which is actually, I'm going to place one of those because that looks pretty cool. I wonder if I can I place another one? Oh yeah, look at that. And I'm gonna make a little kind of like lookout post, because why not? And then just a little panel here. There we go, perfect. Edit. Bam.
Nope.
I probably shouldn't be building this out of wood because lobbers, there's a certain type of enemy that like lobs stuff, and wood's not that it's not very durable as far as like building materials and stuff like that. Ideally you want to build everything out of metal, but as you can see I kind of have like a Frankenstein fort. So, and then there's my energy field going up. That's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's just like the building stuff, just kind of a little kind of quick go through of it. as you can see, you can do like all kinds of different stuff with like the building and whatnot. So there's some pretty cool structures that you can make. So I'm going to wrap this one up, and the next one is actually going to be about what is the next one going to be on? I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really decided. So I'll probably just show you guys the leveling up system and how to level up and stuff like that, how to like level up your weapons, because there's a whole kind of like meta that goes into that too. I really like the graphics in this game. I don't know why. It just looks kind of like a Pixar movie or a Pixar film or something like that. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up for real now. I'm getting out of here. This is Low with Charge Shot, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, enjoy your games. I'm gonna ride this thing one more time. 3, 2, 1, jump.